parent and child class. Today, I will introduce more about Python. I will introduce how to define class function, how to use inherited functions, and how to make one function call another function in a class. They are very useful and easy to learn. Let's go!
Today, I will cover 3 topics. First is defining class functions. Second is using inherited functions. And third is a function calling another function. In my earlier tutorial, lesson 7, I have showed you how to define a function and call a function. Today, I will show you how to define functions of a class. Let's review how to define function. In the header line, type def and then the function name. Then, inside the body of this function, every line should be in an indented block. So, this jump function has one line of body and it will print out I can jump. Let's move to class. Besides class variables that can demonstrate class characteristics, class function is a way to express the associated behavior of this class. If there is no input as the argument, the function can be left blank inside header parentheses. Here, I mentioned this on purpose because it will be different in class function. Let's take a look at the sample class source code. The class name is human. As I have just mentioned, defining class functions is the same as program functions, and you do so by typing def and then function name. But be careful, def function name should be indented compared to the class name. Function body should be in an additional indent. Here, I added 2 functions to human class that can demonstrate humans' behavior. One is jump function, and its behavior is to print out I can jump. The second one is run function, and its behavior is to print out I can run. And outside of class, I assigned human class to a person object. Next, I used person object to call jump and run function. To call class functions, simply add a dot in between object name and function name. Let's see if it will print out I can jump and I can run. Oops, error message popped up. Don't be scared at the error message because Python will tell you where you went wrong. As you can see, the problem occurred in line 9, person.jump. In the next line, it states, jump takes 0 positional arguments, but 1 was given. So, that means class argument cannot be empty. This is the difference of program function and class function. Class functions should have self as argument inside the parentheses, even though there is no input as argument. Please see my highlighted yellow part. Then, let's rewrite jump function and run function. I simply added self as argument to each function. Please see my yellow highlighted part. Next, we still call run function and walk function the same way. For these 3 lines of code, they remain the same, no changes. Here is the screenshot of the complete sample source codes. Let's see if adding self to function argument can solve the program. Here we go. No more error message, and it can print out I can jump and I can run. Now, let's learn why self is important in class function argument because self can be used to call other functions in the same class. Let me show you how it works. In this human class, I added a new function called behave. If behave function would like to call jump function and run function, the body of behave function can add this format of codes: self.jump and self.run. The benefits of functions calling other functions in the same class is that one function can perform several behaviors. Look at my underlined person.behave. It will have the same result as calling person.jump and person.run. Here we go. Calling one function behave instead of 2 functions, jump and run, will print out the same thing. First, I can jump is printed out, and then I can run is printed out. Now, let's move on to the next topic. Inheritance function. We talked about parent and child class in the earlier tutorial lesson 9. So, you can understand that this sample code has a class woman and woman is a child class that inherits parent class human. In the child class woman, I define two functions. One is sing function, but it does not exist in its parent class human. The second function, behave, does exist in its parent class human. Although parent class has behavior function, the child class woman changed its content to self.sing. Here is the power of inheritance. Child class woman actually not just owns two functions, but it also owns the functions from its parent class human, which are jump function and run function. Let's take a look at my red circled part. In the right panel, I assign woman class to a new object lady, and then lady called jump function in the next line. Don't be surprised that lady has jump function. Actually, woman also does have access to jump and run function from its parent class human. So it will print out I can jump in blue without any errors, as you can see in the left panel. Here, I manipulated another class function. Let's take a look at the red circle. This is the fun part of inheritance. This time, lady calls behave function. Are you curious which behave function will be called? Since parent class human and child class woman both have behavior function, do you want to guess if it will print out I can sing from child class or I can jump, I can run from parent class? The answer is object lady will call child class function if parent class human has the same function name. That means if child class has the same function behave, Python will process child class's function. So it will print out I can sing instead of I can jump and I can run. Did you get the answer right?
Congratulations! You have learned how to define class functions and how to use class functions from an object. Are you confident now? I will show you more tutorials on how to write a Python program in the future. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time. Bye!